Buongiorno everyone, welcome to the Magpie Channel TV. Few sore heads out there this morning, I'm sure, mine included. Well and truly enjoyed that opening day this season. Obviously the game wasn't the most entertaining in terms of football-wise, drama-wise. It was right up there with the very best of EastEnders. But I did enjoy it, did enjoy the few beers before the game, during the game, after the game. We did celebrate kickstart the season with a 1-0 win over Southampton. And who else enjoyed it was Darren Eales. He was at the stack on stage singing along. Who was angry about it, at least during the game, and a lot of them afterwards as well, still I'm sure, was Big Dan Bain. And then we'll talk about the game itself briefly at the end. So drop your thoughts below what you make of the video, the clips I'll be showing on screen, starting with Dan Bain. And let's get straight into it, people. No messing around here on this Sunday morning. Big Dan Bain kicking off in the dugout at half-time, into the tunnel, into the dressing rooms. He was going ballistic with Bednarak. You can see it on your screen there now. Obviously, he's raging at the theatrics of Ben Brereton Diaz, the absolute joke of a bloke. He is cheating, diving scumbag Brereton Diaz. I'll say it how it is. That's what I do. And that's what he is. I'm telling you, it's just crap, man. But we'll get into that incident in a minute that obviously led to that one that's just been on your screen there. That is Dan Bain obviously arguing with Southampton players, pushing and shoving them, especially him and Bednarak. And then the best thing about this for me is when Sean Longstaff darts through the Southampton players, the rest of these people in the tunnel there, to get to his teammate to protect Big Dan Bain, sticking up for one of each other. And that's what got us the win yesterday, really, was that team spirit, that team unity, that team fight. Quite literally. Longstaff getting involved there, getting to the front, making sure Dan Bain's not outnumbered. I mean, Dan Bain's about 4-1 anyways, isn't he? Yeah, four easily, to be fair. You know, you'll need at least 4 people to take down one Dan Bain. And they couldn't do it. And then Big JT as well, Tyndall, Mad Dog, right in the thick of it. He grabs Bain by the neck, ushers him away like nout's ever happened. So we're pleased about that. Hopefully there'll be no repercussions in that. And what should happen is obviously Shaw's red card be rescinded, in my opinion. But on the Dan Bain stuff, listen, I'm all for it, me. I think you should be giving them a mouthful. You should be telling them you're a disgrace. You should be saying that was pathetic, that acting and cheating out there to get us down to 10 men, to get a man sent off. No sportsmanship whatsoever. Absolute crap. Honestly, it would. I'd rant on more, but my headache will come back and the hangover will kick in even more. So we'll leave it at that. But Dan Bain there, good to see. I'm pleased to it. Like I say, bit of fighting spirit, showing that he cares, showing he's passionate, and giving one back to those Southampton players that were trying to win the game that way throughout, in my opinion. You know, they were always at the referee, always winding him up, always trying this and that. Bit of a scuffle there at half-time down the tunnel. So we'll see if anything comes from that. The FA might review the footage. Sky Sports did put that on their Instagram where I first seen it, but now it's been taken down. So we'll wait and see what comes of that. But obviously on the pitch, what caused that was the Brereton Diaz to Fabian Shaw head-to-head. And I had a couple of arguments with Newcastle fans even in the stadium where they're saying, oh, it's a red card and he can't do it, the letter of the law, he puts his head on his head. Kind of true, but for me, it's very, very weak. It's very, very soft. And if Shaw does that, then Brereton Diaz should be sent off. If both of them get sent off, then okay, that's the law, and it's crap, it's pathetic, but it is what it is. However, Brereton Diaz only gets the yellow card, and obviously that sends the crowd into outrage off the back of Shaw receiving the red card. And if you look at this here, it looks like Brereton Diaz is the one that leans into him. So it looks like Diaz is the one that's initiating things there, and he's got more of a contact than Fabian Shaw on that clip there. Other angles might look like whatever, but for me, I just think that's two yellows and you just get on with it. It's his terrible, well, I would say terrible acting, but he won. He got the red card and he got away with it. So brilliant acting, I suppose, but it's a disgrace. It is terrible actions, shall I say, by Diaz there, and him hitting the deck like that. Awful crack, absolutely awful. This sort of thing in the modern game is just terrible, man. At the start of the season, and that's one of the first things, that's one of the major talking points, his acting, and then he gets away with it, gets these opposition players sent off in Shaw. That's going to then encourage other teams and other players to do it for the rest of the season now. Now you see what Diaz got away with. We'll try that today. You know, we'll try that against Haaland. We'll try that against him. We'll try that again. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's poor. It's pretty bad, I would say. And in my opinion, it's not a red card. The dramatic fall of it all, and oh man, it wound me right up. You know, it wound us up in St James's Park, and it killed the game. It absolutely ruined the game, because when you go down to 10 men like that, you'll see the possession stats and everything. I think we had 22, hardly any shots, and it was always going to be that way. You know, we went into St James's Park, nice sunny opening day of the season, few beers deep at least. And we're hoping for some entertainment. You know, we beat Villa 5-1 last year on the opening day. Fans today were telling me it was going to be 6-1, 5-0. I said 3-1. But it killed any chance of an entertaining game from there, really. And listen, I thought Southampton did okay in parts. You know, they had some chances. Lewis Hall with a goal line clearance as well. And obviously, big Joe Linton. Big. You would have seen in the matchday vlog as well, people. We were interviewing Southampton fans in the pub before the game. And they were telling me, oh, who's Joe Linton? What's Joe Linton going to do? And all that. Yeah, that's the weak point. I was like, you haven't got a clue, have you? You're going to learn today, were my exact words, in the dead lane by Big Joe scoring the winner. Good finish, good press by Gordon. Good assist by Isaac. Terrible mistake by McCarthy, the Saints keeper. Saints, I shouldn't even be calling them Saints, to be fair. Shits. That's what the nickname is now. Back there, top Saints, don't think so, mate. Shits. Cheating shits. Yeah? Disgrace. He gives it away. Joe Linton slots at home. That's the only goal of the game. Southampton huffed and puffed. Bruno was brilliant at the end. Time wasting, winning fouls. Love to see that. And we're grinding it out. Listen, it's a really hard-fought team spirit victory, that. And we can take that with a bit of confidence into next week's game away to Bournemouth. But yeah, it wasn't the prettiest, but it was what needed to be done. Got the job done. Opening game, clean sheet, 3 points. I'll take that with 10 men. All day long. No bother at all. But I was pleased with that. I've seen a few people criticising the odd performance online of the likes of Anthony Gordon, saying that he didn't look up for it. He looks like he's in a huff because he's not getting his move to Liverpool. I don't know if I've really seen that. Like, let me know what you thought in the comments. It was him that was pressing that, forced the mistake from the keeper, and yeah, he didn't get on the ball as much, but I don't think anybody could express themselves yesterday. You know, Isaac was quiet. Nobody could really get into the flow of things because of the 10 men and because of the then game plan to close out the win, basically, you know, and make it difficult. So I don't think we've seen anyone express themselves apart from Joe Linton. I thought Longstaff was alright, Dan Burn, brilliant game, Lewis Hall with that goal line clearance, but I think Kraft as well, big up Krafu, you know, when he came off the bench, he did a job, so I'm happy with this. What else was there? We'll finish off on Darren Eales chanting, who's that team of Call United? He has the clip. So there we have it, Darren Eales enjoying himself there at St James's Park, stacked with thousands of other fans after the game. How amazing is that to see, by the way? Our CEO chanting with the fans there at the new fan zone on the opening day of the season. Imagine Lee Charney doing that, yeah? Need chance, absolutely need chance. Jamie Rubin was there as well. You might have heard the chants front row. Silverstone, I seen them outside St James's Park on the way in. Also seen Odysseus after the game as well. He was a nice lad with his family. Good crack with the new Greek keeper there, Odysseus. But he wasn't on the bench yesterday, which was a bit of a strange one. He should be, especially when Dubravka hopefully leaves this summer. He's been linked with a move away all summer long. He should be the number 2 and he should be on the bench. But Eales, listen, our CEO, involved with the fans. As always, he was the one that opened the stack when it first opened the other week there, cutting the ribbon, and then he was there yesterday chanting with the fans. Absolutely brilliant stuff, and it's some atmosphere in that stack as well, isn't it? So to see them still linked, because obviously now with the Manda and Murdad leaving, Eales is going to have to step up to be that face, really, and to be the connector with the fans, and to get the passion that we have, and to understand the club and the culture, and he's doing a good job of that by getting on stage, having a beer and having a sing-along. That's what we love to see. That will do for me, people, on this Sunday. Let us know how you enjoyed yesterday, what you saw of the game, what you think of all the clips. Dan Bain, was it a red card for Fabian Shaw? All of that. Subscribe, like my channel TV. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.